Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Nvidia has released the brand new GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. How would you describe this card? 2 words, guys. Irresponsible power! Okay, before we start, special shout out to Asus for loaning this card to us. We had a ball with it, benchmarking it, and managed to clock some time with it as well. So thank you, Asus, for this brilliant card, and I'm really looking forward to actually buying one for myself. Yeah. Okay, so quick intro to the GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. The 1080 Ti is based on the latest Pascal architecture from Nvidia and features 11 gigs of the really fast GDDR5X memory, a base clock of 1.48 GHz and a boost clock of almost 1.6 GHz. It has a 352-bit memory interface for up to 484 GB per second of memory bandwidth. What we have over here, however, is the ROG Strix GeForce GTX 1080 Ti OC edition with Aura Sync. Asus has taken the card and dialed it up to 11 with a base clock of almost 1.6 GHz and a boost clock a little higher than 1.7 GHz. To make sure the card stays cool despite all that, Asus has opted for a 2.5 slot wide heatsink which features max contact technology and Asus fan connect headers to allow the motherboard to control the card's fans for optimal cooling. Those looking to bling out their system even more can look forward to the Aura Sync lighting, which allows you to synchronize your GPU's lighting with an Asus Aura enabled motherboard. The test rig we used for the benchmarks features the Intel 7th generation i7-7700K and 16 gigs of RAM with the games running off an SSD to prevent any potential bottlenecks. Well, starting off with the wildly popular Overwatch, we got the average frame rates by running fraps while playing an entire game of the seasonal mode, Uprising, as the fast-paced Tracer. As you can see, the 1080 Ti came out way ahead of even the 1080 in 4K at epic graphics settings, giving a very playable 75 frames per second average. Now, if you have a 144Hz monitor or even a 240Hz monitor, you can rest assured that the 1080 Ti has the firepower to handle it. Next up, we have GTA 5. Now, GTA 5 is a very VRAM intensive game. We just maxed everything out and tried to get to use the most VRAM we possibly could and performed the benchmarks with the built-in benchmark tool. As you can see, except for 4K and WQHD, you can pretty much run everything above the desirable 60 FPS. If you tone down some of the more unnecessary settings, it should net you 60 FPS, even for 4K and WQHD. Now, moving on to The Division, it is one of the few DX12 games out there available now. We ran the built-in benchmarks as well with ultra settings. As you can see, the 1080 Ti easily handled the additional stress with an average FPS of 55 at 4K resolutions. I'm impressed. Last but not least is the game I'm currently enjoying, Tom Clancy's Wildlands. The game features a comprehensive benchmarking tool and we ran the benchmarks at ultra settings again. This game was absolutely ruthless on all the cards, causing even the 1080 Ti to crawl to 38 FPS at 4K and almost unplayable speeds on the 980 Ti. However, this game looks gorgeous even on high settings, and I'm very sure you can get higher frame rates if you just tweak a little bit here and there. So some of you might ask, what happened to CSGO? Why isn't it benchmarked? Why haven't we done anything with it? Well, after running the initial benchmarks, we thought it was a waste of time. If you are crazy enough to buy a 1080 Ti to play CSGO, by all means, you are surely covered for whatever monitor you can throw at it, maybe even 300, 400Hz monitors. I'm very sure the 1080 Ti will deliver that performance even at the highest settings. So, do you need this kind of power from your GPU? Probably not. Do you want it? So you can basically run anything at 4K resolutions at ultra settings and still get a reasonable frame rate out of it compared to the other two cards, as 4QHD and below just blows it out of the water. Now, the ROG Strix does cost a little more, but in my opinion, it's one of the most powerful versions of the 1080 Ti I've ever seen. For that price premium, you get a much beefier heatsink, a factory overclocked version of the GPU, and all that bling 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 to show off to everyone. So that's it for this mini review of the GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. Do you think it's irresponsible power? Let us know in the comments below, throw us a like while you're at it, and don't forget to subscribe for more of these videos from us. Ciao!